All right, all right. Hey, how's it going? Um, Welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved: The Island. I will be your host this evening. I hope everyone's doing really well and that you've had a great week so far. I know I have. And today, as I think you all expect, we're going to be. Hey, Prime Star, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Hi, Ann. Good to see you. Thanks. Sound is great. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, we are going to be, as you expect, probably looking for otters and gigas. So, if I remember correctly, we need a male otter, preferably really super high level, but we'll go with whatever we can get, and we'll just start breeding otters and try to get the best stats we can, and then start looking for mutations. But I have my buddy Tiny up here with me, and I don't actually think that I'm going to bring him today, because if I do get an otter, I'm going to want to pick up the otter, and the easiest way to do that is to put them on your shoulder. So let's go ahead and get set. I think I'm going to put these back on, and you know what? I do have 4 of these guys. So let's go ahead and drop our little shoulder buddy. You're going to stay here for today. So how is everybody doing? Have you had a good week? I am actually off of work for the next week entirely. And it is a lovely night out here, as you can see, underneath the green obelisk. So Prime Star says pretty good. Awesome. That's good to hear. We do still have our little sleepy babies here. And we will be going and taking some advice we got. Looks like they're just getting close to waking up. And taking out my baryonyx into the places where the otters spawn and decimating the fish population, because apparently otters and fish may share spawn. So if they do, then the best thing to do is get rid of them. So right now, actually, why don't we go ahead and take off, and we'll see if there are any good drops to start things off. It looks like they are all quite a ways away, but that's okay. So yeah, not quite sure why it's always nighttime when we when we log on to this game, and the nights can take a little while, but it looks like we're actually getting fairly close to day. So that'll be good enough for us, I think. And in the meantime, I think I'm going to upgrade my armor here so that I don't die when I get off of here. And I'll go ahead and leave that helmet on because it's good enough. We are going down into what I would consider a mildly dangerous place. What is that? Is that an egg? No, it's a snail. So, yeah. We're out here trying to build the Otterman Empire. So far, we've been able to find a couple new otters, but none that we would want to put into the breeding program. And it looks like we still have a bit of time to wait for that one to actually land. So let's go ahead and see what we've got over here. Yeah, we'll fly out to this green drop and then catch that one on the way back. We might get that other blue drop as well. Hey Susie, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Hope you've had a good week as well. And we're just out here flying out to try to pass the time during the day. And look how quickly that is actually dropping. Never seems like they go that quickly. But we should be able to get this green drop, no problem. And we still do have good armor on this world, and we have good weapons, so we're pretty safe wherever we go. Probably the only thing that would cause us trouble would be a Troodon, or a pack of them. If we ran into them while we were on the ground. So usually what I do is... Whoa, I wonder what was loading in there. I kind of sit around for a second when I first land. And that kind of gives anything that's going to jump me a chance to do so while I'm on my bird, so that I don't have to worry about it being jumped while I'm not on my bird. Because Troodon aren't so bad when you're on a bird, but when you're off, they knock you out almost immediately. And we will come down here. I think we're going to do a lot of the otter searching here, and then we'll want to go up to the mountains for gigas as well to see if we can find any of those. And then if so, we'll take Marty over there with, I think number 21 was the one that we were bringing with us, so that we can see how we can do against those guys. But there we go. It's kind of just on the outskirts there. We're going to pick this guy up, we'll pick that guy up, and then get back to base. And hopefully the baryonyx will be alive, awake by then, not alive. Let's see. Prime Star, what's the bird's name? This bird? This bird is Neo. And if you look, he has... Let's see if I can open up that way. If you look at the coloring, I thought that it was pretty amazing. Oh, and there's an Alpha Rex. That looks like a fight I want to have. But he was a wild tame. And so it was funny. We had him as a wild tame. He took forever. He was a 120, which is the highest level on this world. And I had to chase him basically around the mountain like 2 or 3 times, trying to tame him. Let's see, we'll go ahead and get rid of this stuff. And looks like we have some more dilos. And let's go ahead and do this so we can see what we've got going on. Yep, there's another. Okay, cool. And I'll just grab that. We won't need that. Cool. So... let's see, should we go get that Alpha Rex? I think we can take him with Neo. And looks like Neo actually has a level. We will put that into melee damage, I think. Yep, there he is. So these alphas, they you can't tame them or anything. They're kind of like the mini boss monsters that wander around, and you can have an Alpha Rex, you can have an Alpha Raptor, you can have an Alpha Carno, and they basically run around and kill anything that's not a theropod. So they give you really good loot when you kill them. And you can see that if you're on an ARG, you kind of have an advantage in fighting them. Simply because you're difficult for a T-Rex to get. Right, if you just stay on their hind end. All you have to do is watch your stamina. Because they do hit pretty hard. I haven't seen any hits yet from him, but these are the things that Butterman used to hop off of his dino, and there, did 89 damage to Neo. Butterman used to hop off and fight with his pike, and they would decimate his armor, but he'd always win. So let's fly over here. Thankfully, Neo has lots of health and also has lots of stamina, so he can keep going and fighting and not usually have to stop. I'm not really sure how good his saddle is, but it looks like we're almost done with this guy. There he goes. Oh, he was just a level 8. Alright, so let's see what we got. If you notice the black symbol up here under the inventory, that means that I have hit the cap for the number of items in my bird's inventory, and it's all this prime meat that you get from them. So what we usually do is just drop all the prime. because if you're at that point, you can't pick up anything else. So if you see, I got an Alpha Rex trophy, picked up Alpha Tyrannosaur Tooth. That's a tribute that you use to fight bosses. Looks like I picked up some primitive chitin boots. Yay. What else did we grab? We got the trike bone helmet skin, some ramshackle hide pants, and I think that's about it. Yeah, I think I had all this other stuff already. So, not that great, but that is a good way to get cool stuff. So, now I guess I'll just stop over here and then go back. We can... I'm pretty sure that those guys will be awake by now. And hopefully I don't slide down. Yep, medium crop plot. Blueprint. That's the joke in ARK. About half of the drops, well, it feels like half. It's probably more like, you know, 1 out of every 8, something like that, have that in it instead of something that's actually useful. So, but yeah, Prime Star. Neo was kind of the first Super RG that we got, and you'll notice that like Crystal, my other RG, has the same coloring, and it's because we used him as the breeding RG and got everybody done up with his stats. So, excuse me. There are a lot of pteranodons. It's kind of funny to see so many pteranodons because we've been playing Scorched Earth so much recently, and there are none on Scorched Earth. Okay, here's something better. Some ghillie pants, and we'll drop that blueprint. Cool. So we'll go pick up a baryonyx, and the reason that I want to take the baryonyx is they're really good at killing stuff in the water. They have some special attacks that are kind of an area effect in the water, and they're quick. So they're quick and agile and all of that. So that's something that is cool. Anne, how is the sound still? Is it still working okay? It's always kind of funny to watch the bases render in. If you look here and you see that box outside of the base, that was a place where Butterman and I had planned to make a almost a loading zone where we could drive in Brontos or whatever in and unload them into the base itself with, you know, whatever they had. And so we were going to put that there. I doubt that project will ever come to fruition. Is that a blue turtle? I think we are in a event. I think it's like the 4th of July event probably, or it might be a beach event. So we should run into some interesting colors. That is a great looking turtle. Okay, let's see what level that turtle is. Yes, I know I'm easily distracted. Level 12. We'll just let you stay there, Mr. Turtle. So, once again, for anyone who is new watching, thanks, Susie. I appreciate that. We are trying something different with the sound right now, so that's why I was asking. So, for those who don't know, we are working on building up what we are lovingly calling the Otterman Empire. And so Butterman and I have the idea that you might be able to take on a boss with otters if you had the right otters. And so we're going to try that. And in order to do that, since otters are not the most powerful things on the world, we need something that we can breed up and make super tough. And so that's what we're working on right now. along with we're going to caves and stuff like that, and we'll be getting the artifacts and all of those things. So you have that to look forward to. So it won't be all otters all the time, even though it probably should be. But yeah, right now we're just looking for otters. And let's see, am I hungry or thirsty? I am thirsty. So let's go over and... Which one is mine? I think mine... Yeah, number 2 is mine. I think... Yeah, Fisher is Butterman's. That was a... Okay, so Fisher is the tough one. Oh, you know what? Actually, Fisher is mine. If you notice is... notice the... Let's see if I can do this. Do you notice the colors? I thought that you were Butterman's. So, let's go see what your story is. Has lots of fish. So let's drop this. And I think that we are ready. Let me just go put these items away so that if I get smoked, we don't lose it. Drop these in there. So did everyone have a good 4th of July holiday in the U.S.? Let's see, we'll put these in there, put those in there. And I will just drop all of these berries. What are you? Megaloceros saddle. Yeah, we did have a nice holiday, Susie. Thank you. We just hung out, right? We didn't do anything special. We just family hung out, and I guess we grilled a little bit. And let's see what we've got. Megaloceros saddle, Megaloceros saddle. So we'll keep the higher one. Cool. And like I said, you know, it's for me, it's kind of been trying to get things squared away with work and everything set so that I can feel comfortable taking a vacation. I've never really been great at that. Okay, let's see. He has a high weight, 10,000 health, lots of melee. Okay, cool. Let's go take him for a test drive, see what he does. Nice thing about these guys is they are good jumpers, even though I didn't make that jump. You normally would. It's been a while since I've been on a baryonyx. And if you notice, they have no oxygen stat. So that means that they can stay underwater indefinitely. And so that's a cool thing that's really helpful. So looks like he still has room to grow too. I tend to use baryonyx for the cave runs because they can make it in there. See, like, look at all these dudes. Okay, good. He's doing 530. That's a lot. And when they go into deeper water, they have a little special attack where they can swirl like that. And that does a couple things. It, obviously, like you just saw, does damage. But it also, and I'm going to kill a bunch of stuff on the way, if you were wondering. And it also, let's grab that, and drop these. I'm just going to drop all that stuff. They do eat fish. They don't like meat. They just like fish. But it will do damage, but it also stuns. So, like, if you get surrounded by megalodon when you're in the water and all that, you can swirl your tail around and stun them so that they'll stop attacking you and you can finish them off. And so I'm just going to go through here and kill off all these fish so that we can hopefully make room for otters to spawn. And so chat, if anybody sees an otter, you know what to do. Let's see. Prime Star. It was nice besides the fireworks. Yeah. Same here. The dogs didn't really care for the fireworks very much. And they're really loud this year, too. Is the lack of an oxygen stat a bug or a feature? It is a feature. Certain animals don't have them. And that's just to let you stay out in the water as long as you can go. And so for us, the rate limiting factor becomes, you know, whatever our oxygen tanks are. So we usually take a couple. I think I have one that's like ramshackle or something like that, so it lasts a little bit longer. You know what? I'm going to get rid of these guys too. And Susie, right now, we're going to be looking for otters. But in order to get the otters, we need to clear out the spawns, right? So there are different places that certain things can spawn, and sometimes they share spawn locations or spawn slots with other monsters or dinos, and that seems to be the case with fish and otters. So we're going to try to clear out the otters, or sorry, the fish, so that we can get the otters spawning in, because we just haven't been seeing very many. So I guess right now I'm keeping my eye out for otters, but I'm really looking for fish so that we can get rid of them. There's a bunch. You'll notice these creatures have pretty good stamina as well, so they can fight for a long time. That is a big salmon. You see those piranha coming? So just look up at the shore. Don't see any. There's some more big salmon. I don't think so, dude. That guy tanked 2 shots. Is that guy dead, or? No, he wasn't. Wow. That guy took 3 shots, 2 at the tail, 1 bite. There we go. So what we really need is we need a male otter. And like I was saying, preferably high level. If it's not high level, that's okay. We'll just take the time to breed the stats of charcoal into the babies. Oh, and there's a Rex. Watch this. So being quicker makes these guys pretty formidable even against them. And I am not seeing a party hat on that dodo. Hey Butterman, do all of the dodos have party hats?
No, it's specific kinds. It's like a party dodo.
Okay, cool. So just the party dodos have it. So that's another thing we'll want to keep our eyes open for. If you saw the last stream on Scorched Earth, you saw what they are. And I did get in trouble from Anne for killing one of them, but I was actually trying to tame it, which you probably can't, but I was giving it a try. And besides that, you do get cool stuff if you take the cake that they carry around. Right, so if you get enough cake, you can cook it up in the... Oh, no, you don't. Microraptor attack. Okay. Now what happened to that fish that was over here? There was a fish that looked like he was stuck. There's like a piranha up on the shore. And we'll keep our eyes open for another Microraptor because they usually come in pairs. There's another horse. But you can cook those pieces of cake up into different kinds of things. So, you know, like we can probably get hats and stuff like that. Things that we can put on otters. Since we're going to have so many of them. Let me go ahead and get rid of these guys. Yeah, here's the thing that you don't see on Scorched Earth, are piranha. I don't believe. I don't think I've ever seen one there. But they come up to fight you. And it's funny, when you first start the game, they're absolutely terrifying. They are a real threat. Later on in the game, when you have the right creatures, maybe not so much. So you can imagine if you were just starting out, having a bunch of guys like that coming after you. It'd be pretty dangerous. Susie, are you trying to breed otters? Yes. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to breed up super otters so that we can take on the boss. We just want to take them over to the Brood Queen. Oh, there's a Troodon. Before I started streaming... Oh, we're getting super heavy. You know what? We don't need that. I'm going to drop all this fish. Well, I guess I should actually drop the fish instead of transferring it. There we go. And get rid of all this. So now we can jump around. It would be good to clear these dudes out too. Because when we start taming, we don't want them messing with things. Oh, and it looks like either the Therizinosaurus or this dude, the beer drinker. Yeah, he must have gotten the raptors. Those guys right there, they're no joke, man. They can actually do a lot of damage. I think we have one that's purple and named Blueberry. Or blue and named Blueberry, one of those. Sorry, sir. And yes, Prime Star, that was a Butterman cameo. So once we clear these things out, what we'll do is leave the area and come back, and things should spawn while we're gone. But like I said, keep your eyes out for otters. Pretty sure the ones we found so far were over in this area as well. And yeah, now we're getting out to where the beavers are. guess I could raid some of these, but I don't really need that stuff right now. Okay, so let's run back up this way. That's a cool looking tech parasaur. So I'm going to run across to the other side. And you can see that this is a significantly faster way of moving around than a lot of the other land dinos. So I believe there's a cave around here someplace. And we'll go down into the swamp. All right. Peace out. And I should get assaulted by piranha over here. Should see if we can get Fisher another level. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, it's just mate boosted. When a dino gets mate boosted, I believe they just take half damage. So it takes a little bit longer to kill them. Sorry, buddy. I need your claws. Let's thin things out again. Okay, Susie. Have a good one. Thanks for hopping on. Oops. Okay, I don't see anything in here. There's a Spinosaurus we should probably kill. There's a raptor up there. Okay, Spino. It's over for you. We also use their sails as tributes for the boss runs, so that's why we tend to take them out when we see them. They're another one of the creatures that when you first start out are pretty terrifying. I remember when Butterman and I first started playing, we were in this place, and right around the corner was a Spino. And that Spino being there kept us from going anywhere for ages.
Like, we had firearms, and we still
Yeah. Don't know if you heard that. Butterman said that we had firearms and we still weren't going to take a fight with them. Oh, there's a Sarco. Hello, Mr. Sarco. So there's a little example of how effective that tail attack is. Okay, so... Oh, those birds are the worst, man. They come by and they just steal your stuff, and then they fly around and they're super hard to hit. And after like a cooldown of a few seconds, they steal your stuff again. So they'll like rob you blind. And let's take that guy out, and we'll see if we can start getting some things to spawn in these areas. Let's get these Meganura. And we will come back, I think, with the bird. Because at the same time, we'll be able to, if we don't see anything, quickly go over and look for the Giga. Because there's supposed to be a Giga on the island, you know. Supposed to be one at any given time, so. Look at that. Man, there's so many of you guys. I remember when they added these guys in. It was the worst thing ever. Oh, look at that. There was a red and blue raptor that probably that guy right there killed. Gallimimus. It's another raptor. Yeah, so this is why I like using these guys. They're small enough to get into places that other guys can't, and they're quick, agile, and good fighters. So. There's a Pachycephalosaurus. Oh, do you guys see what I see? Can you believe it? Okay. So he's on neutral. Let's put him on passive. And I'm going to... There's the otter. So that otter is red, it looks like. So hopefully it's a male, but in any event, it's a red otter. So that's one of the cool things about the event that we're currently in. I guess I'll take you. Drag the body. There's a turtle. Let's get our oxygen back. And Fisher will be able to tank stuff if it comes after him. So I'm not terribly worried about that. So we just need to, as you know, swim up and feed this fish to this otter. There we go. Got him. Are you a boy? It's a boy. It's only level 29 though. But at least we have a boy. And the fish technique worked. Oh no, there's the otter that we wanted. Okay, cool. We're going to get 2 right here. Let's see. Okay, everybody, start thinking up names. We're going to need 2 names, I think. Let's see. Hi, Real Motivation. How you doing? Best cave dino? Barry. Absolutely 1000%. Absolutely. Didn't know it for a long time. But you know what? I don't know how long it was that we've been playing before they added berries in. I don't remember when they did. Is that... Okay, there's the otter. I'm going to kill this giant fish and go get this otter. Come here, buddy. Let's hope this is a high-level male, because that will give us what we need to... Alright, cool. You are a moderate level female, but still red, and I'm choking. One funny thing about this game is once you start drowning, you drown really quickly. It's not like Minecraft where you have like tons of time. Your dude will just start like... It's not cool. All right. So let's take a look. Look at this. We need names, guys. Look at that. So cute. Let's go ahead and I will cryopod you as well. Actually, you know what? No, I'm picking you up. Here we go. Perfect. Yep, exactly. Otter moment. That's right, Prime Star. Okay, so let's hop back on Fisher. Wow. That was a great suggestion we got. I think it was it you, Prime Star, that, you know, gave us the info to kill the fish because they share the spawns with those guys? Oh, there is a red drop. We're on land. Red drops are more rare here than on Scorched Earth where we are. So, I tend to run after them when they come up. Oh, it's a purple one. Still good, though. And it has a ring. Terrorbirds. And let's go ahead and get rid of that. I'm not really sure that a silencer... Is that what I picked up? Yeah, that a silencer warrants a ring. Let's get rid of these. I will get rid of this hide because apparently on this world we don't need it. And... oh, that's good. More glasses. Cool. And these actually look different than... no, I guess they don't. They have a broken lens when you look at them on your dude, which we always thought was kind of funny. There's Sarco skin. More theory claws. Okay, cool. So, that's pretty successful so far. 2 otters. Let's see if we have more that have popped in. I love dinos that move quickly. The Allosaurus moves around like this too, and the Carnotaurus actually does. They're really agile. Let's see what we've got over here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to base and come back with a flyer. And we'll just... what's that? What are they running from? It's probably a raptor over here. So, keep your eyes open over here, because they do spawn here. Let's see, I don't see anything. The other thing you have to watch out for, microraptors are all over the place here. And so like you said before, they'll try to punk you and knock you off your dude. Here's some monkeys. I mean, we already have Sock Monkey back at the base. There we go. No otters. So, ARK players out there, what are your favorite creatures to... There we go. Oh, no! Nobody saw anything. Yeah. That wasn't cool. Thought it was a fish. But it wasn't. Let's see, what do we have? It's not around here, is it? Okay, we have to get rid of this Spino. Spinos are super fast for their size. Oh, is that what makes it so fast?
Yeah. They're faster than normal. The duration makes it faster.
Yep. And Butterman, you saw what I did, right?
I may have missed it.
Good. What is that? I saw a little visual glitch over here. So keep your eyes open, guys. Let's see. Jonathan L. Chrysanthemum for the name. Maybe Christopher short, since we're sticking with flower names. Jonathan L. For pink and red otter. Anne says chrysanthemum. I like it. Okay. Sounds good. Let's look through here. I don't see any more otters right here. So I think we'll just run our way over to, let's go to this dialogue. The base with our new buddies. What's that? It's a fish. They have such a distinctive way of swimming. Is that one right there? I think I'm getting tricked by the light. If you look, it's turning things like red on this side. Yeah, and the water does look cool. Oh, good. Rain. Let's see. Those are all fish. All fish. Kind of reminds me of the first time I went diving. I was doing my training dives, and you start out in a... See, that's a normal dodo, right? You start out in a pool. And so when you go, you get in, and you're just in a pool. And the first thing that you have to do is convince yourself to take a breath underwater, right? So that was an interesting experience because you know, at least I thought about it for a second. It didn't just magically happen, right? Let's get rid of those dudes. Yeah, this area of the map where we are, it is just inundated with Troodon. Pretty sure we moved here before they put them in the game, so it's not our fault. But once you convince yourself to do that, then you know, you basically spend time in the pool, and it's hilarious because you'd think, okay, well, I'm just in a pool and all that, but you can see really well because of your mask and all of that, and you can stay down there and breathe. And so the smallest little particles become fascinating to look at. And it's a really interesting experience. It was fantastic. And then, you know, that's even before you get in with... let's get out of the way. I always wait for those to close. That's before you even get into the ocean with the fish and everything. That's a whole new experience. But Actually, I should probably show you guys this area. Butterman and I decided that we were going to do a talk show host, or talk show here. And, you know, so we had everything set up, and we were going to light the fire here. And the way we were going to do these is we would come in here and sit down, and then, you know, have ourselves here and just talk about what's going on. And, you know, so talk a little bit about the play that the play that we've done recently, and then have funny clips from, you know, weird stuff that happened to us, which is constant. And I'm sure you guys have realized that in watching these streams. So we would, we wanted to go and just sit here and, you know, you have a little talk show, then you show the clip, and, you know, you kind of talk through the clip and everything, and then you come back and you talk a little bit more, then another clip, and do something like that, because we hadn't really seen anybody do anything like that before. The only problem was, as you know, Butterman is my son, and so we did a little recording of ourselves. And when you talk on ARK, you can do so through your guy, right? And so, like this this avatar here, Weefy, would be moving his mouth with me talking. And then Butterman's little guy would be moving his mouth with him talking. But our voices are so similar that it just sounded like the same guy. And so what we would have ended up with would be like, you know, almost like those puppet shows you see where the guy does one puppet and it's talking, "Hey, Bob, how's it going today?" And then the other puppet goes, "Oh, I don't know, Jim, how are you doing today?" And it's the exact same voice and it's the same dude. It would have looked like that's what was happening. So we decided that we wouldn't do that. And so thankfully, though, after years of not doing it, we actually decided to do some YouTube streaming and stuff, and it's working out so far. But let's go ahead and drop this stuff off. Then I guess I will need two... yeah, let me take you out here. So we'll need 2 hats. And you know what? We've got to use that hat. And let's see, what else do we have here to pull from? Well, you know what? I could actually put glasses on one. Yeah, let's do that. So it's kind of funny how sometimes the approach you think you're going to use for doing something, you end up doing something totally different, but having just as much fun. And I'll drop that in there as well. By the way, if you see these guys, these are the mummy and daddy birds now. So this is what we breed our Archies from. And, you know, from those guys, we can get really good weight birds and really good battle Archies. So that's a cool thing. And so for those, I need to get 2 helmets. And as you know, we've talked about it before, we actually have some really good helmets that we're going to... Well, we have a really good blueprint for a flak helmet that we're going to use with the army. And so, let's see. What's a good one that we can put on this otter? I guess we'll just pull one of these. There's 50. Yeah, good enough. Okay, let's see. How about if we do that and that, and then we will, yeah, let's go over to, we'll color them up afterwards. We'll go over to the Otter Castle, and we should make a sign that says the Otterman Empire. I think maybe we'll do that at some point. But here are the guys, as you all know. Let's go ahead and check the food supply. Looks like it's being used. Yeah, we're going to have to restack that and everything. So let's drop you and pull this guy out. And of course you pooed. Oh, look at that. It's an almost green stripe on the back. Cool. All right. So let's see. Do we have a name for this guy right here? Let's see. 3 levels already. We'll put all those into health. And I think we'll put this on your head. All right. There we go. How's that look, guys? Maybe that would look good on charcoal. And you, we will put this on, and you also have we're gonna have to do something about that. Maybe a different type of hat with those glasses, right? Maybe a cloth hat. What do you think, chat? And so let's go ahead and name you. Change name. Let's see, it was Chrysanthemum, right? Is this how you spell it? Chrysanthemum. Yeah, I think that's right. But there we go. A red otter. Amazing. Level 68. I mean, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and switch your stance to passive, and we'll do the same for you so that you guys don't start fights. And you're the boy, so level 32. Very low. And I think that charcoal is the highest level. Charcoal was a 108. And so charcoal's like on a whole different level of sturdiness. So, yeah. Let's see how Love is doing. Hi, Love. Do you have more levels? 2 more. Oh, and she was eating. And Lilac should have levels. 5. Nice. If you notice, Lilac has some chitin because Lilac was fighting. Oh, are you following me? Yep. Okay, so we'll go ahead and leave these guys here. Scoot on out, and now I think that we'll spend a little bit of time. And Love. Yes. For those who don't know, Love is an otter that we named after a real otter, an Asian small-clawed otter that was born in Japan and part of this group of otters that the people have otter cafes, and so you can go and see the otters and all that, but they treat the otters amazingly well, right? And the Asian small-clawed otter is endangered, and so each of the otters has their own registration sheet with all their details and a little headshot of them there. So it's hilarious, actually. But this otter was born with a cleft lip and palate, and so it wouldn't have been able to survive. But they, got the otter to survive, and feeding it every few hours, and it lived for 3 months, and then they had to have the surgery to fix the cleft lip and palate, and unfortunately the otter died shortly after the surgery from the anesthetic. And so it was something that was remarkably poignant. This little otter that shouldn't have survived. There were tons of videos about them, and doing all this stuff, and we became very attached to it. And so when that happened, we thought that it would be cool to come onto this world and get a new otter and name it Love, which was that otter's name. So, let's see. And there is a stream where we did that. So, if you want to know more, go ahead and go back and take a look. And I believe it's the thumbnail is literally just, that's right, Ann. The thumbnail is literally just Weefy here with Love around his neck. And let's see. So if we're going to go that way, we should probably hop on Neo again. And all we want to do at this point is go find the Giga. Right? Because if we find the Giga, then we can always, come back for it with the Rexes. And fastest way to find it is to go on here. Last time we looked at that mountain, so now we're going to look at this mountain right over here. And so I'm always amazed at these maps and how fantastic they look. The realism here is pretty stunning. Anna's saying that the dogs are going to start their nonsense. So if you start to hear doggies barking and chirping and stuff like that, it's our two big yellow labs. And so don't be surprised if you hear that going on. But we did get news on ARK Survival Ascended. I may have talked about this before, but like everybody thought, it is being delayed. And I believe they're delaying it till October is what they're saying. And they're going to split it up and put it into early release and kind of trickle release the thing. Like they did with this version, ARK Survival Evolved, which was in early release forever. And so I think they're going to have the island to begin with, and then after that they said that they're going to release Scorched Earth, and they'll kind of do the canon maps in order, and they'll trickle out. There will be some in first quarter of next year and all of that. I personally think it'll be delayed again, because they are working with Unreal Engine 5.2, I believe, which is a brand new thing for their development team. And usually when you go into those types of new development, which is my world, so, I've kind of been there with new technologies. Let's see, what is that? Is that a Rex? When you do that, you will plan for doing the change. Look how creepy that looks, the way it's moving. But if you've never worked with it, you don't actually know what it means. So you'll say, oh, well, we know that this is the case, and, we're going to have to do this. But you don't know practically what that means. And I think that they probably hit that type of reality check with it, right? And so now they probably have a better idea of what it actually means to... look at all these guys. This is not a very happy place. They probably know more about what it actually means to work with the new technology, and so it's not just about, oh yeah, well, we need to remaster stuff, we need to deal with, new libraries and, write some new code. It's a little bit deeper than that. They need to let's see, I'm gonna have to fight all of these Dimorphodons, because when you attack one, you attack them all, and they'll come for you. So this thing would follow me to the end of the earth here. And I'm gonna turn this on so I can tell if I'm actually hitting it. There we go. And that was a level 12. But fortunately, let me grab this stuff. Just the tributes, and then we will drop all of this stuff so I'm a little bit lighter. And I will dump all the rest of this. Cool. So fortunately now it is morning, so we will be able to see the Giga way more easily. Okay. And if you haven't seen one before in the wild, they are just really big. So there's, you know, no chance of mistaking it for anything else. But hopefully we can find this dude, and we'll also take another trip back towards the river to see if we can find any more otters. Give them a little bit of an opportunity to spawn in again. This is actually over where I found Neo. And there is a yellow drop that I'm going to go get. Yeah, so I chased Neo around this place like 3 times, I think. That bird looks like it's on a mission. So when we tame birds and all that, great. I should have guessed that would happen. We don't tend to trap things to tame them. The most we'll do is grab something that's smaller and drop it in the taming pen. But for things like RGs and Tapahara, stuff like that, we just do it out in the wild. It's a little more challenging, and we do have the taming rates and stuff turned up. So it kind of helps it balance out rather than always just making traps for things and all of that. It's a little more interesting for us. I know a lot of people do the opposite. But like I've said before, dehydrated. We spent our time waiting for stuff to tame back in the day, and oh, look at that, wolves. Okay. And there is a red drop coming down, which I will eventually go get. So I'm just looking out here for the Giga. And, you know, we just don't have the time to do that anymore, to wait hours and hours and hours for something to tame up. The same with the imprinting process. It's just, you know, not something that adds a ton of value to the game for us, especially since we're playing on PvE. Right? I mean, it just means that you're going to have to wait. It's not like there are other people on here who are fighting us for the tames and stuff like that. And wow, look at that dude just hanging around. Who knows? Maybe Neo knew him back in the day. Let's see if we can find anything. There's another one over there. 2 red drops. There's actually a cave over here where we go to get chitin. I believe that's what we use that cave for. And look, there's a drop over there with a ring. Huh, wonder what's going on right now. So, I do not see a Giga. If anybody sees it, let me know. And if we don't see it this time, what we'll do next time we come on, because I think we know where the... Yeah, we do know where the Titanosaur is. It's over by the swamp. So if we don't find a Giga this time to come back and fight, then next time what we'll do is we will go after the Titanosaur. We'll bring like 3 or 4 Rexes and see how well they perform against it. I think the last time we sicked 5 Rexes on the Titanosaur, and they were able to handle it pretty easily. So we'll just kind of see what the limit is there. Hello, Dilos. One of my favorite things early game is fighting Dilos, but since you usually start on the beach... Anyone else? Let me pull that out just in case. Oh, wonderful. Behemoth Gateway. Let's go check the other one. Look at that Dimorphodon. His colors are cool. Wow. Let's see. Anybody remember where that drop was? We'll go up here and see if we have anything wandering around. But doing target practice with the Dilos that are on the shore with a crossbow. The sound of it hitting is really gratifying. And so, look at that, a red scorpion. And no Giga. But let's fly over to that thing there. So chat, what are your favorite things to fight on ARK? Any of the maps? What are the things that you find to be the most fun, and why? You know, I think one of mine is definitely any of the alpha things. I actually like fighting wyverns with Argies. And like I said, if I'm on foot, just the super long shot where you hit the Dilo with the crossbow bolt, that's really cool. Jonathan L says, Deathworms on foot, shotgun. Okay. I think we know what type of player Jonathan is. And here's this, so we just have to watch out and make sure we don't get punked from these trees by a Thylo. It's also fun to go into the oceans and use the crossbows on jellyfish. Because they're really useful and super dangerous, so you want to get them from a distance. Ascendant Baryonyx Saddle. That's pretty cool. I don't actually know if we have one of those. And it's only 79 armor, but I think that'll do. We'll have to see when we get back, because that's a blueprint.
Baryonyx Army for Broodmother.
Butterman is saying we should make a Baryonyx army for the Broodmother.
But actually, more seriously, for the cave.
Oh, we could bring Baryonyx for the tech cave, yeah.
What are you thinking of the cave? I'm thinking the artifact one. One where it has like 200 megalodon, and they're level 600.
Oh, right. Yeah, we could use it on there. This actually is a volcano, and it doesn't erupt or anything. When we first started playing, it was just full of metal and obsidian, so that's where you would go. Now it actually has lava in it too, so the tech cave is also in there. So what you do is you take out the 3 bosses. So look at that, moss chops. The Broodmother, the Megapithecus, and the dragon. And once you do that, then that gives you the tributes you need to be able to take on the tech cave. And in the tech cave, there's a thing called the Overseer. So that, you know, when we stream that, that's going to be a long stream, I would say, because it takes forever to get through there. And we've actually never done it. Well, at least I haven't. I don't know if Butterman has. So I've never been in there. I've seen it lots of times, but, you know, kind of like we were talking about with the software development, that doesn't really mean anything. Seeing and doing are totally different creatures. So one of the things that we found, it's a cool looking RG. Look at that. It's almost like a crow. neat. Is that we tend to over-prepare for stuff. So, the first time we went against the Broodmother, we were woefully unprepared. We didn't really know what to happen, but we didn't really lose the fight. What happened was my dude died. And then because everything was tethered to me, when I respawned, everything got yanked out of the cave. And that's how we lost Gatorface. So if you guys have heard that story before. See, nothing's up there. And so, yeah, if you guys can hear, we have the Labradors going off right now. That sounds like Violet is complaining that Callie has something that she wants, which is about 50% of the barking that happens around here. They're amazing dogs, and they're more famous than all of us combined, so they get to pretty much do what they want. But they are good dogs. They're very well behaved. They just are loud. And let's see, here's some Allosaurus. Fighting Dimorphodon. Let's see, anything down here? I do not see a Giga. I know I've told you guys the story of, yeah, Prime Star, good doggos. I know I've told you guys the story of Larry, our Giga, and how we got him a long, long time ago. They had just nerfed Gigas, and so we were really, 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 really disappointed. That's how he got his name. And let's see. Okay, so I don't see anything over here. And, you know, for some reason, all of these dinos look bigger to me than I would think. Let's just go up a bit more to make sure that he's not hanging out up here and just not rendering in. Look at that little lone tree on the side of the volcano. So, how many of you have been on a volcano in real life? For me, the first time I ever drove an automobile, I think I was 11, and it was actually on a dirt road on an extinct volcano in northern central California. So that was an interesting experience. Pretty cool. By the way, that path will lead you up into the volcano. Looks like there's another drop with a ring down there that is probably purple. And disappeared. Cool. So now I don't have to obsess over it. If you look down there, that's that cave I was talking about, and we do have a little outpost there. There might actually be creatures in there that we use over here. I certainly hope not. We may just use this to park our dudes. I just don't remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, this definitely looks like a park your dude type of place. So fly in here, park your bird, hop off. Beds, so when we die. Surprised we don't have any storage in here though. And the cave is right there. This area over here is really a busy place. There's always things fighting right out here. Yeah. Oh, these guys. So, like, that theory is going to go fight those stegos and get bodied. So let's just fly over here and we will see if we can find the Giga on this mountain real quick. It's really cool the way they made these maps. Like you see all the trails that are here. Very realistic. I remember running through this area quite a lot, getting away from stuff. I spent a lot of time on foot over here. So yeah, go ahead and drop a comment about what your favorite dudes to fight on this game are, and why, and kind of the weapons you like to use against them. I think most people have different tastes when it comes to that. And I think Larry we found down here. And, oh, look at that RG. Why are all the cool looking ones level 8? Look at that. That's why for me it was so cool that Neo had great coloring and was a 120. But yeah, I think Larry was... You know what? Larry was actually over on the hill over there, the mountain over there. Because I remember he ran down to the shore at some point. And for those who don't play ARK, if you're wondering, yes, when you're trying to do specific things, a significant amount of time in this game is flying around looking for things. So it could be, you know, the right T-Rex, or it could be I needed to kill an alpha megalodon to get, you know, some tribute, or it could be looking for a Giga to test out your guys. Let's see. Look at that. More cool colors. So let's go ahead and fly over here. And we'll take one more look around. And then fly down, do one auto run. Anne is asking why the dogs are so vocal when I stream. I don't know if that's actually the case. I think they're just vocal. I think it's at this time of night is more what it is, rather than having anything to do with the stream. All right, let's see what's in here. Oh, that's a good one. And we'll drop that. So that's actually really good. An Ascendant Ghillie Mask blueprint and 122 armor. Pretty good. So let's go ahead and fly this way. And I will go over this place here. And says it's their crazy time. Yeah, I think that's it. Maybe it's Violet trying to get the last bit of energy that she has out before she can calm down and go to sleep. Because let me tell you, these dogs sleep. They lay on their back and bury their head in their little beds, and it's over. Oh, there's another alpha. So let's go get this alpha Carno. Oh, and there's an alpha Rex there too. So double alphas. Cool. We'll take on the Carno first. So you notice this guy is a bit faster. He won't be as beefy though. So he's doing like 40 something damage. Oh, are we gonna have to take them both on? No, Parasaur, go away, dude. It's not worth it, man. Yeah, if Butterman were here, he would be on the ground right now with a pike. See, those terror birds are coming over trying to help him out. I wonder what level this guy is. He's taking a lot of damage. Come back. See how they kind of indiscriminately go after stuff? Let's get rid of these guys. There we go. And we will go see what we got from that. We received Ramshackle Chitin Gauntlets. We already had this. Little tiny Alpha Carnotaurus arms. And once again, Rex Bone Skin helmet. And that looks like it. I'm going to drop that. Yeah, I'm not missing anything there. So let's go ahead and grab this. Pull some of this stuff over, then we'll go after the Rex that we saw there. We used to spend tons and tons of time over on Carno Island, which is the northern island out here. And let's see. Where did we see him? Let's take a look from a higher vantage point. And just basically doing laps around the island, attacking stuff, because you know, high-level Rexes would spawn there, and Carnos and all these things, so it was a great way to level your dudes up. The one problem with the Alphas is they're really fast. So, I mean, they can get from here to wherever like nothing. Especially when you're spinning around fighting one of their friends. So... yeah, Anne says that the doggos will pass out in about 30 minutes. Yeah, and it's hilarious when you see them because they sleep on their backs. I don't know if anybody out there has Labradors, but they definitely make themselves comfortable. Okay, so it doesn't look like he went this direction. So we'll fly over this way. Chat, did anybody see which way the dude went? It's another bird. Maybe we'll find a Giga while we're looking for this guy. All you really have to do is look for the red glow coming from down below you, but it gets kind of hard here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where we found Larry, because he ran through here. It's such a pain to tame. We did it, I think, from the back of a Quetzal. See. I mean, we know nothing killed him. How about if we fly down like this? It's funny, when you go through here on foot, it gets really creepy. Look at that guy. Is that a blue iguanodon? Yep, look at that. Even the sounds. I don't know how well those come out for you guys, but you'll hear, you know, just like this chirping off in the distance and stuff like that. What's that? There he is. Cool. So I'm going to park over here and gather some stamina. And he'll just keep attacking stuff. Oh, those Argies want a piece of him. Yeah. Okay. So let's just fight him back here. Sometimes they get fixated on corpses and don't attack you for some reason. I think it's a little bit of a bug where they're trying to get the corpse, but maybe they can't get it. So maybe they're not able to pick him up. I think I've heard people say that. But this guy should have a ton of health. We should see what level he is. Oh, look at that. Is that a... If that is... Yep. I'm going to do this. I've not been to this one. So if I go here, my bird will get a bump to its experience. And I will be able to gain levels when I kill this dude. So that's a win-win. Loot and levels. So we'll have to see how many levels he gets. And he's doing more damage than the other guy did, but not a ton. 93. I think he's kind of stuck in here. And yeah, I guess this is a little bit cheap, just following him around from behind, biting him. Oh, there's another Rex coming to help. Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. That actually might not be the Rex. That might be a Giga. What's your deal? No, it's a Rex. Okay. I thought he was small for the Giga, but he had a weird look to him. And we got him. I want to eat the body, then let's fly up. Okay, let's see what we got. Claws. Prime meat. That's from the Rex, so we'll drop all the prime. No offense, Prime Star. Oh, it's not doing it. Okay. Then we'll have to do it this way and create a ton of entities. And let's see, what do we have on the other side? Looks like we got some more gauntlets. A pickaxe. And yeah, these guys give you an absolute ton of prime meat. So it just fills up your inventory. Okay, cool. Alright, so Apprentice Chitin gauntlets. Armor of 103. That's not bad. And an Apprentice metal pick. I think we need to go after some deep sea crates. That's kind of like the desert crate that you've seen us do on Scorched Earth. But it's underwater, so they're all kind of a pain to find. But in any event, I do not see a Giga here. So let's go ahead and fly over this and see if we can find anything on the way here. Have some food. Okay. We're getting lots of loading like that. Makes me wonder what is spawning in. I don't really remember these rocks. Look at that. I don't think I've ever been over here. Well, obviously I have, because that's already opened, but I don't remember those at all. But one thing we should do is on our way back, we should go down to the shore and take a quick look for party dodos. Just to see if we have them. I wonder if the party dodos were only for the weekend. They usually have at least a couple weeks of the events, but who knows? You know, Wildcard is kind of in this weird holding pattern with the new releases they have coming out and stuff like that. So, you know, it's it must not be very easy for them managing all of this and the expectations of the current users and, you know, kind of their financial realities of having to get, you know, a good new game out so that they can build their revenue and keep it going and everything. And I know that there have been issues with their distributor. So, you know, I don't envy them. Okay, you guys. Where are your party hats? Hey, Butterman, are the party dodos rare?
Should be like turkey rarity.
Oh, okay. So, Butterman saying like turkey rarity. So, like during the Thanksgiving event. So I'm just going to fly this way. And this is, so if you see that tower, that's Green Tower, that's where we live. And this is just like a little swampy place over by the side. So it's like another swamp out here. Let's get rid of these guys. What did they kill? You guys killed a cool looking snail, man. Oh, there's a Caprosuchus, so I think I will take to the air. They're the jellyfish I was talking about. They will shock you and keep you stunned and kill you. Paraceratherium. Or a parasaur, as people say. And there is a Sarco going after something. We should probably check its level. There's some more dodos. Level 8. See, any party hats down there? There's a Pagomastix. He's going to try to jump up here and steal my stuff. No way, dude. Pelagornis. Huh. Maybe we'll have to do a trip just to look for dodos. Down the other direction from our base is where usually most of the dodos are. So we can always go down there and look another time. I can't believe we found a red beaver. Or a red otter. Sorry. There's another Sarco. It's a cool little place. Haven't spent much time over here at all. Oh, look, a baryonyx. The reason being that there's not very much out here that you want to get, and it's kind of dangerous. I think we did tame a Sarco over here, though. Then if you come up through here, you will see all that land behind our base where the green obelisk is. So let's see. So what do you guys think for chrysanthemum? What type of helmet do you think? Cloth to go with the glasses? Does that sound good? And what color? Maybe black. That should go with the pink or the red really well. Why don't we try that? And we do need a name for the other otter that we got this time. And let's see. Let's go ahead and put this stuff away. And anything else? Nope. And armor and saddles. There we go. That will go into the blueprints. I'm gonna have to get some water. And I'm just gonna drop that in there for now. Okay, cool. Oh good. Fog. So unlike Scorched Earth, I only run around with one canteen on this world. So when thirsty time comes, it can be more dramatic. So let's see. We have a 127 and a 122. What's the durability? 213, 370. Man, I would probably take the 370 on the 122. Let's see. Do we have Ascendant Baryonyx 102? Yeah, we actually have a better blueprint here. So we'll go ahead and drop that one. But it's always good to check before you start throwing things away. So let's go ahead and grab a helmet, cloth. What's the best one we have? There's a 21, 22, 24, 25. All right, there we go. What color do you think, guys? Is black gonna work? Yeah, that'll probably be good, right? That with those glasses. And how about a name for the other little otter that we got? Let's see. Hello. Take these and remove the skin. Put the skin on the black helmet. And now, there we go. Oh, you're kidding. The color doesn't show. That's not bad anyway. You look like a grandma. Wow. Okay. So, how about a name for this little guy? This is the male. Maybe I have to paint it while that's on there.
We have to take the skin off.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to paint it while it's on there. Because I am pretty sure that I have glasses on one of my guys with the color on the rest of it. So let's go ahead and try this. And where are you? Yeah, I think that's going to do it. So I think the skin disturbs the color. We'll see. Humphrey. So Anne wants a human name, Humphrey. There we go. And let's see, where are you? She kind of looks like she needs to wear the glasses. That's better. Perfect. And you, my little friend, we will name Humphrey. Prime Star is saying a classy name like Pennyworth or something like that. Okay, so we will have more otters coming, so we'll remember Pennyworth. But I kind of love how they all look different. So we will drop that. And what am I hungry now or thirsty? Cool. So let's go ahead and see about lining up. I wonder if we go here. There we go. Okay, maybe they'll think the snail is part of the Ottoman Empire. So let's go ahead and I will do that. And cool. But let's see, Penelope for the girl. Yes, that is a boy. Humphrey that we just named was a boy. But yeah, as always, I want to thank you guys for joining us, taking the time. You know, it's always cool to come here and see people in the live stream and, you know, just kind of touch base and say hi to you guys. And we have a lot of fun doing this, so please go ahead, like, subscribe, all those YouTube-y things, and tell your friends, right? So we're trying to grow the channel, we're trying to get it up there, so we have more subscribers and do more things. And so if we can grow this community, I think it'll be really cool. But for the time being, we love seeing you guys here, and hope you have a fantastic weekend, and bye for now.